The planned emergency works on the water pipes into Port Moresby will be delayed following blockades set up by landowners of Behori, days away from the initial planned water shutdown. Water PNG described the blockade by landowners as disappointing because it has undertaken meticulous planning and already delayed the repairs so that additional equipment and expertise can be brought in to ensure the success of the repair work. Located just after 14 Mile, the community of Behori, who are part of the Lower Sogeri LLG and own the land Water PNG pipes run through, want the government to compensate them for the use of their land. However, Water PNG says as part of this cooperation, Behori landowners were paid $500,000 Kina to prepare an access road to the damaged area, for workers to dig drainage channels, and for other employment tasks. Water PNG issued a statement yesterday afternoon, advising Port Moresby residents, business houses, and the government that the planned partial shutdown of the water supply to Port Moresby will not happen as scheduled. Chairman of Water PNG's board and management, Mekels Poya, confirmed that Behori landowners built a barricade to block engineers from undertaking planned repairs to the Runa 1/3 pipeline. Behori landowners have blockaded access to the damaged pipeline, preventing engineers from beginning critical repairs for the city as scheduled on Friday, said Poya. The landowners are demanding a $5.5 million payment from the PNG government before critical repairs to the pipeline network can be made. This blockade and the threats have to stop in the interests and greater good of all people in Port Moresby, as they have the right of access to water and sanitation, said Poya. Water PNG initially scheduled to shut down water from the 31st of July to the 2nd of August to carry out maintenance work for 48 to 64 hours. Awareness of the partial shutdown was reported for at least 2 weeks, and Port Moresby residents, business houses, institutions, and the international community have been preparing to manage their water usage during the rationing period. However, Water PNG says this blockade is creating great uncertainty and throws all preparations for a shutdown into limbo. We are all in this together, and people around the capital city are preparing and supporting Water PNG to get in and fix this problem, said Poya. He added that hospitals have delayed elective surgery, hotel reservations have declined, and there are further impacts on schools and big and small businesses, as well as more pressure on police resources. Poya said that while permission from Behori landowners is not legally required for Water PNG to access water pipeline infrastructure, Water PNG is looking for a peaceful resolution to the blockade. The National Water Supply and Sanitation Act is clear that Water PNG has full authority to access the pipeline. This is critical infrastructure providing water and sewage services to almost 1 million people around Port Moresby and Central Province. Poya said the last resort for the government is to apply the Essential Services Act for police to enforce the law and break the blockade in order to protect this vital national infrastructure. However, Water PNG wants common sense and respect to prevail. With preparations now in place, each passing day means that another 10 million litres of water is lost, and the threat of substantial pipeline failure increases. If the pipeline collapses, Port Moresby will be under severe rationing for months to come into the El Niño period. So we have to begin the repairs without further delay, said Poya. Water PNG stated that for more than 6 decades, the Behori people lived alongside this pipeline and have never caused or threatened to disrupt the water supply to Port Moresby. Water PNG will continue to keep the public and businesses up to date as additional information becomes available on this critical issue, said Poya. Thank you for watching and subscribe for more stories like this.